Sometimes I've had singers ask me about microphone technique and how can they practice mic technique, or can they even practice it when they don't even have their microphone or the sound systems on? And I think it's a really great question, because you really can. And there's two things you're really practicing, and one of them no one ever talks about. But part of your mic technique has nothing to do with sound. It's like comfort. It's like how you hold your instrument. And I think sometimes, singers, if you're not practicing a lot and you're kind of new, or not practicing with the sound system a lot and you're new to kind of performing live, we can get into this, like, you hold the microphone and you don't necessarily know how to hold it. Do you use two hands? Do you use one? Is it this hand, that hand? Is it low down, high up? Like, what do I do? And that's actually kind of part of your image and your shtick and who you are and how you relate to your audience. And it's not the same for everyone. There isn't a right way to hold a microphone. There's some things that maybe you shouldn't do, but overall, you can hold it with two hands or one hand, and you can kind of move it. And where do you put it when you don't sing, for example? That can be something you're singing, you're done singing. Just keep it there, or do I put it down? What do I do? So I often say, if you don't have a microphone, if you have a cucumber, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, just hold something in your hand and just kind of even go in front of a mirror. Actually, it's funny, there's a mirror literally right beside me right now, and just kind of go, what do I want to do when I'm singing and doing it? Like, think of that. It's okay. It's fine to think of how you look and how you relate to that microphone. As far as the mic technique, I find that often the two things are that I say the most is, one, just make sure you break the habit so quickly of ever cupping the microphone or getting your hand really up to kind of the ball of the microphone. As you start to get around that kind of what looks like where the sound goes into the microphone, if you cover any of that part up, not even the front, it changes the sound of the microphone sometimes in quite a drastic way. So just make sure you're not handling that part of the microphone, or if you do that sometimes, to get away from that technique. And the other one is, if you want to practice with a microphone in hand, is sometimes we can be guilty of sometimes having the microphone too far away. That's more of a problem I've seen than too close. So if you don't have a microphone to work with, often what I recommend people to do is use kind of their thumb, kind of like this, like have it kind of like a fist, but their thumb up, and just make sure that they're resting their thumb on their kind of bottom lip when they sing, just so they're comfortable with it, just barely touching. Because in general, I think the microphone just barely touching your lip is better than it being 2 inches away most of the time.